veg lovers, welcome back to my small garden. Now this is going to be unfortunately the last video I will do of the small garden. It's an end now. We're going to the end of the year anyway, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a few minutes time. Well, starting at the top of the garden, the herbs are still looking wonderful. I really need to pick some of these and dry them for winter now. They've really come on well, and they make a really lovely variegated patch, as we said before. I mean, we're in October now. It's October the 10th or 11th, and I am looking now at sort of closing things down for winter, apart from the things that are staying here, of course. So I love it when the strawberry leaves go this vibrant red, and you can see autumn is definitely on its way. We're going to have to, let's have a look at the, yep, those are still doing well. They're still flowering beautifully, that for this time of year. This blackcurrant sage, you know, it's beautiful. I mean, it's worth growing just for that. It's absolutely beautiful. If we turn around to the gorgeous leaves now of the blueberry, as that gets into its autumnal colours, which is beautiful. And we have our pumpkin down here. Look at that. This is our small green pumpkin. Now, I'm never sure when to pick these because they're green. Obviously the orange ones you can see because they go orange, but this is a green one. And I was looking at the stem, and from what I know, from what I've read anyway, when the stems start to rot, it's time to pick. Or certainly before the first frost anyway, so keep an eye on that. The raspberry bush now wants cutting down, even though it's got some actual bits of flowery fruit coming on that, but I still think it needs probably cutting back now at this time of year. The kidney beans didn't really do anything, so would I do them again? I don't think so. Not here anyway, not in tubs. The apple tree has now got no apples, and that wants a trim as well, especially the top branch. A little bit of pruning either side to keep it open and stop it getting too tall where you can't reach the apples, unlike next door's tree, which is just way too big to get any apples from there. We had some strong winds the other week, and it's got them blown over these small, strange tomatoes, but to be honest, I don't really like them. I didn't really like the taste of them. I'm going to rip them up and they'll just go into the compost now. I mean, look at the rhubarb. That's still amazingly big, and it seems such a waste not to be able to pick this for the first year, but we'll let it die in its own time, and next year we'll be able to pick a few. Oh, I've still got sunflowers in here. I don't know if that's feverfew. They self-seed everywhere, generally. But it adds a little bit of something to the garden at this time of year, which is really nice. Now, unfortunately, these tomatoes, they never really ripened. It was too late for them, really, when they went out. I've just got these off today, and as you can see some of the state of them now, they've really gone past. You see, that one is actually ripened, but because we've had some cold snaps, and they should be really gone by now. Those are not ripened at all. Whether they will, I don't know. But there's a few left. Oh, and that was a chilli that, of course, is not ripened. It's way too cold for it now. But a green chilli, I'll have it. It's better than nothing. As we can see from the other tomatoes, they are very much past their best, and definitely been moved in the cold frame. I've gotten there some small kale and cabbage, which I will be planting up. And we bypass. Now that was the last of the beautiful beans, which now desperately need to be taken down. The tomatoes under cover are really past the best. The cucumber unfortunately didn't get a chance to produce anything. And my lovely prolific tomatoes here really now need pulling up. They're also past their best now. I mean, I might be able to get a few off them, like that for instance. So I'll probably find a few of these on here that I might be able just to take off and put in the house. So yeah, right up to October we've done well with those, so I shall pick some of those. I mean, look at them, it's covered in it. Absolutely beautiful. And that's certainly one I would grow again, considering it's supposed to be the tumbling Tom. But that certainly tumbled beautifully. The leeks that I planted behind have started to grow now. So they're doing okay, which I'm pleased to say. And the kale has grown. It got very much demolished by caterpillars at some point there. But as long as the main bits start growing again, you don't mind losing a few leaves for that. The same with this one, but this has been slightly better. Got less attacked. And that one got decimated too, but again we've got some good central ones growing through. So I don't mind that, and I have got a couple to continue planting. Over this side of the garden, of course, we've got the plum tree that's probably going to get a little bit of a trim as well over that side, and of course the figs. Now we've got next year's figs on there already. Look, these small ones all the way up to the top there. All those tiny little figs that are on there will become the figs for next year. And as long as we don't have a really harsh winter, we'll probably retain most of those, because like I say, this spot seems to be quite nice for it. Of course we've always got the usual suspects here that stay there permanently. The rosemary and the fern will start now to lose its seeds, fronds, so we'll probably find them popping up all over the place. Still got a couple of raspberries on here. They didn't do very well at all this year. Unusually, the flower bed is now obviously just a bit of a mess. And leave these on. Now I'm sure these are going to be something like foxgloves or something, because they're very soft leaves. So either those will come free, so I'm hoping either. They're quite nice for the garden. Too much weeds all over the place now. We've had a lot of rain and the weeds have just taken off. We have again the other blueberry. But those leaves, just aren't they fantastically beautiful? You know, I love autumn, you know, and blueberry leaves in autumn are just fantastic. The pond wants a good clean out now as well. It's absolutely covered with algae. Well, algae, chickweed. So we'll clear that out. And the gunnery is now starting to die off, ready for winter. As are most other things in the garden. Chard. Chard's done all right still. We've still got a couple of leaves that want probably removing. Just to hide back. Or they've eaten, as the case may be. still getting quite a good crop from the chard. Just keep removing those leaves so we can get the fresh ones coming through. Anything that looks a bit dead, decaying, or eaten, you just remove. And I've got to get those weeds up from the middle of it as well. Excuse me. Well, we've got some chives still here. Not some chives, some spring onions rather. Yeah, the weeds have really picked. I mean, I only cleared these last week, so look at the huge. All these weeds have come back so rapidly. But again, it's not a problem to clear. Here we have, I think it's pak choy we've got here. So we've been having some billies off these as well. They're a little bit densely populated. I could have done with picking some of those, but we still got something off them. And also we could do getting this rocket up that's got sort of entwined with weeds that we did last week as well. Now celery, I've had some celery. I've taken it off as it's grown quite rapidly. Well, it wants taken down more now. It didn't give particularly huge stem. Yeah, I think that's a really nice favourite. It's nice to pick them while they're small. Let's see if there's any others that are. We want small, but we don't want tiny, tiny small. Give them a little bit longer. We'll leave the others a little bit longer here. We'll just take off what we can see. Some of these I'm not going to bother planting in anymore, these pots. I'm going to use de-weed them and use the soil to go into the bigger planters. Right, I did put loads of seeds in here for salad leaves, but they just sort of, we just got a few things and the rest disintegrated really, so not sure about that. But we're still amazingly still getting a few flowers of a nasturtium. So we can still have some of their leaves. Now they never did anything, the small eggplants. They sort of showed some promise, but then unfortunately I think they needed a longer growing season and they probably would have been better indoors really. So autumn is well and truly on its way. Lots of weeding to do now. Lots of pruning to do now. But let me tell you why I'm stopping doing the small garden now. Right, veg lovers, the reason I'm stopping doing the small garden is, well, I'm not technically stopping because I'll still obviously be growing things in it, but something has come along which is a little exciting for me anyway. I have just secured a small allotment with the Roots allotment scheme that they have, and I will be having a little plot that's around about 3 metres by 12 metres. And I will be growing things there. So the plot, I don't know if you've heard of the Roots allotments, what they do. I mean, there's a lot of them, of the allotments on the land itself. But in areas, there isn't as many of these schemes around yet. We're lucky that we've got one in our area that's just come, but it's still a fair distance from where I am. So that's probably about 3/4 of an hour drive for me to get to it. So that's the downside to it. The good side to it, of course, is that I'm going to have a bigger patch in which to grow a lot more food that will hopefully help sustain us a lot better than my small garden can. but I will still grow probably similar things in my garden as I do on the other plots, so I've got that ready to hand when I need it, and then I can just go and get others when I'm there. So it starts, so on Saturday I'm going to go meet the manager of the allotments. I've ordered some plug plants to come just to help start off. Most of them probably won't survive because probably slugs will have them, but we'll try and we'll see what happens with this. If you want to follow me on that journey, because this is a whole new journey for us, then please continue to watch this channel, because I will obviously be showing you what we do there. I mean, you know, every so often I may glimpse back in this little garden just to see what we're doing as well. But that is going to be my main project for next year, and we're going to start putting some winter crops and things in there this year. So hopefully I'll see you in the next video, which will be at the new allotment. Thanks for watching, veg lovers. Bye.